Hi guys, welcome to another short episode of MrLopezClasses.com. Today we are going to talk about the harness of an inboard gasoline engine, specifically about the Mercruiser inboard 8 cylinders. In the marina of Mr. Rodriguez in Rio Loco Marina, we have a great example of the harness of an engine. We are going to analyze the color of the wires, the sensors, the fuses, and we are going to do the comparison with the previous video. You remember that video where I did the construction of the harness for an inboard gas or diesel engine? You remember in that episode I explained how to connect the switches, the sensors, the relays, the gauge together in the harness. This is a great video. If you want it, visit my website www.mrlopezclasses.com and you can find that episode. This is the episode related with the construction of the harness. Okay, today in the marina we are going to analyze with Mr. Rodriguez and with Glenn in the marina what happened with those wires, what happened if you make a mistake, what happened if you try to eliminate the fuses. Enjoy the video. I'm going to refresh quickly the wires at the ignition switch. Those are the typical wires on the harness going into the ignition switch. This one, Danny, is a start motor, no?
Yeah. The yellow red stripe is what activates the starter. Your red is your main feed that comes from the engine to your ignition switch.
Correct.
And then when you have the key on, it powers up all your gauges and all the computer and everything on the engine.
The purple is the ignition position. Okay, what about the blue one?
The blue could be for oil.
And the gray
tachometer,
no? Tachometer, and black?
Black is your ground.
Is the ground. We have an additional green. I don't remember that.
This is your
cable.
temperature, and the green, the brown is the temperature.
All right. Okay, those are the cables for the ignition switch.
Correct.
And what about this fuse, Danny?
Okay, so that fuse basically is like a breaker. So depending on the model, they go from 90 amps to a higher.
Oh, 90 or higher.
And so this is where your battery cable goes to.
Okay.
Here. And then this is what powers your system. So if this breaker is broken or bad, you will not get power to the engine.
Okay. What is the relation in between this fuse and this fuse?
Okay. Basically, this is the main big breaker fuse. This is more like if something malfunctions. Yeah, if this is mainly for the harness. This
correct.
protects the harness. This protects the whole entire motor.
Okay, this is a critical
That's a critical
fuse.
one, absolutely.
Danny, I have a question. What happens if I eliminate that one and I connect the cable directly over there?
It'll work just like normal, but if you ever have a major malfunction, you'll burn the harness.
Yeah. No, that's not
A lot of people do that. They don't realize that's there for a purpose.
Yeah.
You got to replace it. That's why it's part of troubleshooting. You have to start from the source, the batteries, battery cables, and you go here, and you work your way to the
correct,
computer.
correct. In the previous explanation, when we was talking about the injectors, we forget explain that element. What is that?
This element here is your fuel pressure regulator. In this particular model, in the TBA, they have the fuel pressure regulator built into the throttle body. And if you look on the other side, there's a hose, so if there's an overflow, it'll dump it right through the intake.
Oh, it's a pressure regulator.
Correct.
Is adjustable?
No.
Okay, it's fixed?
It's fixed.
Okay, and this is, Glenn, other of the possibilities. If the injectors no spray, probably also is on the pressure regulator, no?
It could be a pressure regulator.
Yeah.
If it's clogged, nothing goes through. If it just stays open, it has an overflow on the side, and it just goes right down the throttle body.
Correct. In that case, you need to replace the pressure regulator.
Correct.
When you order the kit for the pressure regulator, what element is coming?
Well, the pressure regulator kit comes with an O-ring and the pressure regulator. And in this case, you'll have a gasket. And the screens already comes inside the inside the unit. And some, and most of them, I say, but not some have them separate.
All right. Okay. All right. Simple. One possibility in the injector or the pressure regulator.